This is the part of the interview process young professionals struggle with the most, and for a variety of reasons. The main reasons are number one, they think negotiating is haggling and have a bad impression of it. Number two, they have never done it before and don't know how to do it. Number three, they are scared to upset the person making the initial offer. And number four, they don't think they deserve any more than the initial offer since it's their first or second job. It's completely okay if any or all of those apply to you right now. In the offer stage, you are finalizing a deal with only two possible outcomes. You accept or respectfully decline the offer. There is always a maximum amount people are willing to pay in any deal scenario, and in this case, there is a maximum offer. The difference between the maximum offer possible and the amount you receive is what I call negotiation capital. In every deal, there is negotiation capital. The amount of negotiation capital in play depends on three things: supply, demand, and leverage. Success for this section is learning the theory behind negotiation, understanding how to do it without blowing up your deal, and most importantly, being able to do it well when it matters and earn yourself more than you would have otherwise. This course is broken into three sections. In the first section, you'll learn about the offer and its components, basic terminology you need to know, and understanding leverage and how to use it when you receive an offer. In the second section, we'll cover various scenarios you might encounter when you start receiving offers and how to handle each one. In the third and final section, we'll cover everything you need to know about stock options. Let's get started. When looking at any offer, whether it's a job offer, real estate deal, or any other business deal, you can split the offer into two main parts: money and terms. The money part covers any form of monetary compensation. In this case, it would apply to your salary, commissions, bonuses, and stock options if applicable. The terms cover everything else. The key is knowing that both have monetary value in terms of how much the company is spending. If we dissected a job offer with money on one side and terms on the other, these are the parts that would fall under each. These are the 7 parts of the offer we will discuss. The only part of the offer we will not cover is the legal blurb in each offer talking about what's called at-will employment. It simply means there is no contract for your work and you can leave the company for any reason at any time. Likewise, the company can let you go for any reason at any time. Some offers also contain confidentiality clauses, immigration clauses, and/or arbitration clauses. These are all pretty standard clauses, so don't be alarmed when you see them. Okay, starting with the terms first, you have a couple of key dates. First is your start date. This is your first day of work as an employee at the company. It is the first day you will show up and be compensated per the terms of the mutually accepted offer. The other key date on the offer is the offer expiration date. This is the date when the offer expires and is no longer valid. The reason this is in the job description is because if a company has one open position and makes you an offer without an expiration, you could come back a month or two or even a year later and accept the offer, and they would technically have to hire you. Companies cannot wait that long for an answer, so expect to see an expiration date of 5 days or less. Companies will use this date to their advantage to force an answer from you. Think of it as a big sale for a product ending tomorrow. This type of sales strategy is what's known as an imminent event. Psychologically, these are very powerful because as customers, we feel like if we don't act now, we're going to miss out. Many companies use imminent events to force their prospective customers to make a decision. That's it for dates. Next is title. This is the title of the position you will assume if you go to the company. Each title or role has a job description with a list of duties and responsibilities. If you took the second course in this series, you probably used the job description to prepare for the interview. There is a lot of law governing that the job's specific responsibilities must be listed in a job description and be the basis for how performance is measured. I won't get into this now, but you'll learn a lot more about this later in your career, especially if you go into management. The last part of terms is benefits. This includes health benefits, possibly dental, 401k, or other company benefits like work-issued computer, cell phone stipend, or gym membership stipend. Most of these apply to everyone who works full-time at the company. Now we'll break down the money section of the offer. The first part is guaranteed compensation or salary. This can be in the form of an annual salary or hourly rate. The second part is performance or incentive compensation in the form of commissions, bonuses, and sometimes stock compensation. The third part is stock compensation. The reason it has its own section is because this is usually earned or vested based on the amount of time you spend as an employee at the company. It's also a black box for most professionals earlier in their career and is vitally important for you to understand to help you compare apples to apples when looking at multiple offers. Now that we've covered the offer, I'll list some basic terminology you'll need to know when it comes to offers and negotiating. I won't go through each one, but you can reference them in the resources section of the Squash website. It covers aspects of your offer like salary, on-track earnings, 401k matching, to various techniques you will learn in this course like bracketing, going negative, and counteroffer. It also contains an extensive list of terms about stock options. If you come across something in this course you don't know, you can probably find it in this list. If you can't find it here, you should probably look it up on Google. The more you know, the more confident and prepared you'll be. Now that you know all the parts of the offer and understand some basic terms and phrases, you'll learn how deals are finalized and introduce some key techniques as well as negotiation principles you'll use to get the best offer possible. In an offer scenario, the company will always make you the initial offer. In any offer scenario, whether it's a real estate transaction, job offer, or business deal, you will always have three options as the recipient of the offer. You can A, accept the offer as is, B, counter the offer, or C, reject the offer. If you choose to counter the offer, you are now in some sense making an offer back to the company, to which they have the same three options. They can accept your offer as is, counter your offer, or reject your offer. Every time the offer is countered, the party being countered is now the recipient of a new offer and will have the same three options. When a counteroffer is accepted, the deal is verbally agreed upon and essentially done pending a signed offer. So why negotiate in the first place? It's easier just to accept the offer and be done. If I told you by asking just a couple questions, it could easily earn you an extra $5,000 or even $10,000 per year just for asking, what would you say? With regards to an hourly rate of value, I'm talking about $5,000 per hour, assuming you put 50 minutes into preparing, including this course, and 5 to 10 minutes of actual negotiating. When it comes to stock compensation, negotiating could earn you more stock, which depending on the company could translate to tens of thousands of dollars in years down the road, in some cases even millions of dollars. It also demonstrates confidence, your professionalism, and your ability to stand up for yourself. Companies will try to spend as little as they can to employ the best team possible. It's not because they are evil or mean, it's just the nature of every company. Think of how you shop for something. Most people want to spend the least amount of money for the highest quality they can get. Hiring people is no different.